Wewe gwikirite kwino. Jikire kigoteri.
Ndirenda kigoco githeri.
Niyo.
Nina kawete karembo gacingo.
Na ndiendaga niyo. Nĩ hinya ũngore mũno na kĩrĩa na kamwe.
Tu wekire ndambire gutubutania. Atubutania.
No ndagwĩkĩrĩire mix.
Acibuta gĩkĩra rĩu kĩrĩa. Gĩkĩra ile ndendaga cia kamaro.
Tino, what is happening? We are fine. Ungekira kamaro.
Amwena ikuri kwa leo mwali.
Nimerudia live YouTube kidogo.
Hiyo na aje. Yego tudubulira muno gere maikere tu mama dikona kwa matu. Na wadulire rwa muwe.
Jeff.
Hawa ni uwe rafiki yangu. Tukali leo ndio siboge. Aru matiraku iru ha wira ibuate.
Ndira ibuate.
Makuigua. Wewe maigua turauga. Igua muri nani huyo anaongea hapo? Weka hiyo kamera hivyo tuone ni nani. Ya mauro ulienda wewe.
Ndio ndamba cio.
Ni no gita.
Niki nyingi. History. Thank you for joining. Happy Thursday. Today it's on Thursday, guys. How are you doing, guys, today? How is everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today, guys? How is everyone doing today? What's this? What's this? What's not happening? Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you guys for joining. Happy Thursday. How are you doing guys today? Let me know who has joined. And I'm going guys to appreciate. I'm going to appreciate guys. Yes sir.
Kuna
Hiyo iko
ngapi?
ya hapo ndani bau nikupe
Pia ndani iko neno ndani. Kufunika.
ya kufunika hapo.
Za ngapi?
Eh?
Za ngapi?
Si hiyo bao nimekuambia.
Hizo ziko hapo ni mpya.
Gani?
Ile ilikuwa ya ndani.
Fuse.
Zitu exchange basi na iko hapa basi. Iko 40 za.
So tutoe hii. Sawa sawa. So tuweke fuse
Leo nimeona.
Ni nini imefanya?
Nilikuwa naweka tu maji. Haiko na hiyo.
Oh, ikakupiga?
Hujanipiga. Moto tu imetoka.
Lakini ngoja nikuambie. Hiyo kama ikikupiga ndio ungeitana. Hata hiyo ilikuwa ishachomeka, kusaidia. Hiyo ungeitana. Usiwahi hata dhubutu kuweka maji kama haina nini. Yaani
Bila hiyo.
kuweka hii bila hiyo kifuniko. Hiyo inaweza kuua. Kuaga very tricky. Ikiwa hivyo iko good. Thank you. Okay. Kisu kiliwaka moto aje hapo kuliendaje? Justo, mambo Justo. Ya ni mtu fulani ananiambia aliweka hita mahali and akasahau, unajua akasahau kuweka kifuniko ya maji, so akapigwa shock. Oh, Kisii kuliwaka moto aje hapo, kuliendaje? Just watu jana walikuwa maandamano, so it was bad everywhere. It was very bad everywhere. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Yeah. Oh, okay, ndona ni kwagira riu. Ni sawa. Okay, thank you. Ni sawa. Thank you for the like. Thank you for the like. Thank you. Carlen, how are you doing? Carlen, how are you doing today? How are you doing today, Carlen? Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I am doing well, Carlen. What about you? I'm doing fine. I am doing fine. I'm good. Yeah, I survived. I survived. Yeah. I survived. It was hot. It was hot with a lot of tear gas. With a lot of tear gas. But I survived. Kabisa, kabisa. Yeah, it was very tricky to attend, but God is there. God is there. I survived. A lot of tear gas to disperse the crowd, but what should I say? Yeah, true. You know, some people went, but they never came back. So many lives were lost yesterday. Yeah, people died. People died. But the secret is, being harmless. Yeah, watu walidedi wengi sana sana sana. Oh, wapi huko? Wapi huko? Where was that? Where was that? Oh, that one must be very sad. I saw kwa stories za watu wa IGO. That was very very sad. But the secret was one. You just go early and you go home early. Like me, I went from 10 pale Sitam. Oh, that was so bad. So me, I went from 10, and then by 3 me I was back. By 3 I was back because there were no even vehicles, to take you to town. There were no vehicles. So tulikuwa tunatembea. Yeah, it was a little bit of exercise. And then now the place that you are going to was all about tear gassing. We got tear gassed a lot. Yeah, sometimes you have to do it, for your motherland. Because tomorrow I don't want someone else maybe to be killed on the street. If I add my voice, someone else also adds his or her voice, then it becomes better. But if all of us we keep quiet, then things will never be the same again. So sometimes it takes courage. But yesterday it was mess. I can tell you it was mess. Niliingia tao, and the kind of routine that I saw. Oh, we hope they will stop. We hope they will stop in the future. Eh, we hope they will stop it. We hope in the future they will not kill. We are always advocating for better society. That's our agenda. But now the worst thing is that Eldoret, Kisumu, and Nakuru, they didn't go for protests. Yeah, Eldoret I didn't see. Kisumu, I'm not aware about Nakuru, but maybe they did. Oh yeah, because you are in Nakuru, I get it. So people in Joro didn't even demonstrate. Yeah. So it mainly dominated in in Nairobi. Yeah, that's where now we had the lead thing. Because the time that I was going for it, Moro went. Oh, so Nakuru town, eh? Okay, maybe Nakuru this time walichoka. But it was tough. Yesterday was very, very, very tough. Yesterday was very, very, very tough. We got tear gassed a lot. And then yeah, then there was a lot of water cannons kupigwa na ile maji ya brew. Yesterday it was more reddish. I saw it reddish in color. And then in the process, I think ni ya kabila moja. Maandamano. No, it was for the Gen Zs. It was for the entire Gen Zs. Yeah, the Gen Zs. Yeah, it was not about the tribe. It was about the Gen Zs. Because I went for it, and I could see Kabas were there, Ruos were there, and then in the process, we got a lot of infiltrators. The goons now came, and the goons were the ones that were vandalizing, the shops in town. And the moment I saw it was all about vandalization, then I just went home. Yeah. Yeah, even Kisii went for demonstrations. The Kisii Gen Zs were there for demonstrations. Uh, though no, this time I didn't hear. Let's say where mostly Gen Zs have dominated, they went out to demonstrate. Yeah, because like the entire Mombasa Road. Yeah, Rogai is always messy. Even last time, I think there was someone that died. Rogai, Githurai, those are hotspots. Those are hotspots. But this time they didn't kill. They didn't kill a lot of people like they did along Thika Road last time. You know, yeah, last time they killed a lot of people on their way home. In Githurai. But yesterday it was a little bit more better. But I think there was a guy who was shot in Juja. Yeah, there was a guy who was shot in Juja yesterday, and also in Kikuyu. And so now the Gen Zs now went back and torched some government offices in Kikuyu. Yesterday it was a lot of mess. It was a lot of mess. Nilikukaa tu shago. No, we have to cope. Even Ushago nowadays, people are going back to demonstrate. Because people can feel the heat across the spectrum. The economy, abductions are happening everywhere. Like you just hear maybe a guy from Kondele has been abducted and killed in Nairobi. Now that's what we don't want. And then even in the up country, you guys, you're having a lot of information about what is happening in the government. So there is nowhere one is safe. No, when you look at the entire resetting of most of the rural areas, we don't have it's very rare we have a high population of young people. That's now the thing. So the population of young people is very, very minimal. So you can't just go all by yourself trying to demonstrate, because we don't have a lot of young people back in the villages or back in the up country. Lakini sasa in almost every suburban area in the cities, be it Nyeri, be it Nairobi, be it even so, was it Kericho? I think Kericho there was also a demonstration. Also, was it in Bomet, something of sort? So you see, because those towns, all of them, they are having a lot of young people. So, and all these young people, they're having just one mandate, asking for good governance, stop killing them, and good accountability. Yeah, it's Kericho. Yeah, Kericho, they were there also. Because everywhere we have a town, we are having a crisis about young people. Young people not being able to to have some jobs. So that's one of the key things that is keeping these uprise. Then most of them are, most of us as young people, we don't like the way things are being projected by our politicians. Haugoji kuona Faith Kipyegon akikimbia. Leo are we having the marathon? These things have destabilized a lot. These maandamano things have really destabilized a lot. So we are not really in the picture if we are having athletics. So do we have sports? Do we have athletes? Oh, today 9 p.m. Oh, I hope I wish her the best, and I hope that she is going to win. I hope her the best, and I hope as a Kenyan, as a patriot Kenyan, those are people that we'd love to feel that they are doing the best for our country, rather than the politicians. The politicians across the spectrum has really frustrated these young people. That's the reason why you are seeing all these kind of demonstrations everywhere. But we hope in the future maybe they are going to change their view about their country, and she want to run 1 mile within 4 minutes. Oh, that's so amazing. I also remember when we had the other guy. We, we used to call him who? Uh, this name is this guy with the manifesto. No man is unlimited. No man is limited. I think no man is limited. His name is getting out of my head. Yeah, Kipchoge. Oh, don't know why I'm forgetting Kipchoge. Yeah, so she want to do it just like the Kipchoge style. Yeah, Kipchoge did us great. Kipchoge did us great. He did us great. He came up with a very good slogan that no man is limited. Yeah, that man is very, very talented. And I love his essence of being humble. That guy is very, very humble. Very humble. You'll never get him with a lot of scandals. I haven't even had even one scandal. And you see he is a worldwide star, you know. Yeah. So we want to wish Kipyegon all the best. Yeah, we hope that she is going to break the record. Yeah, yeah. We want to wish her the best, and may she break that record. 4 minutes per mile. That's so fast. That's so fast. We wish her the best, and we hope that she is going, to be the next big thing. They are very rich, and they just finished their education in high school. Yeah, I saw most of these young girls that are learning, worldwide, especially from the Kalenjin community. Most of them are from high school. Hmm? That's now what we call pure talent. Yeah, most of them are just from high school, and they are doing such an amazing, amazing job. I think there is a lot of area you guys, in the north lift that guys have, just to train and become the best learners. Or probably other communities are a little bit lazy when it comes to the issue of practice and exercise. Mambos. Ehe. Eh. Poa. Niambie. Si leo.
Ona. Wewe unauza mayai how much?
30 shillings. Wewe. Si sahi.
Hauna 10 bobo.
Unataka 10? Ya nini?
Bai nao kitu.
Hapana, mama kwa wapi?
Hayuko.
Na baba yako?
Hayuko.
Wewe unandanganya.
Na kweli.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Ni kweli.
Enda ukuje nitakununulia kesho. Sawa?
Mimi kesho sitakuja.
Basi utaki, kama utaki ni sawa. Yes, Carlin, I'm here. And congratulations for 1K subscribers. Finally, you are there, 1K subscribers. I didn't see any post, alerting us that you got 1K subscribers. Congratulations. Why don't you like celebrating? It's a good milestone. You should celebrate. Okay, okay. It is understandable. It is understandable. Yeah, that's a good progress. That's a good progress. You have really, really struggled for it. Every day going for life. That's a good one. That's a good one. Thank you for joining. That's a nice one. Yeah, but they have really, really, made you to get a lot of subs. No, they are good. They are good. They are good. Yeah, and someone lying that is Mr. Beast. Did he join your life? Did he join your life? When was it? See, I told you I had the same experience. I told you I had the same experience. Oh, that boy is a Kenyan. Did I ever tell you that story about that guy? There was a time that he had joined my life for 2 good consecutive days. And he told me that he was Mr. Beast. And he was so busy, you know. Did I give you that story? That man, leave him alone. I just after that I just clicked on his profile and I saw he was a Kenyan. Yeah. Now it has happened to you. So today he even told you that he knew some Swahili despite being Mr. Beast. We are called Kenyans. Yeah. He is always like that guy. But and from his profile picture, you can see that he has copy pasted Mr. Beast's picture. Yeah, he does a lot of judging. He does a lot of judging. I agree. And I think he has really researched about Mr. Beast. From my side, he could really give me a lot of stories about Mr. Beast. Yeah, that is the guy. That is the guy. and his channel is all about some football stuff. Yeah, his profile. If you clicked on his profile and you just go to his account, mid. I think I did midlife, or I just check. What's her name? Yeah, if you just click, if you could just have clicked on his account, you could see he's just a Kenyan. He's and he doesn't even have videos. All I saw from his profile were some shorts, short videos about football and the stuff. And then he has also, copy pasted about some of these comedians that we have here in Kenya. Let me search this one, midlife. That's the name of the channel. Let me just click and see if I could see something of such. I can't see her. Is it him or her? I can't. Maybe tomorrow when you join. Yeah, that guy is a liar. Maybe he wanted you to say something, then he just disappeared. That's the strategy that he has. That is the tactic that he has. Okay, kindly check out. I'm going to, to connect with her. Kindly check. I'm going to connect with her. Because from what I can see is all about topics about midlife crisis. And those are not the topics that I want to look at. Yeah, of course. We have a lot of distractor. Like that guy is a distractor, and he has a lot of, he is going to give you a lot of information that is not even necessary. I listened to him. Oh, and he has really researched on Mr. Beast and what he does. I checked on him. Sijapata, I'm sure, but she left a comment on your video. I haven't seen any new comment because when I go to my notifications, I can see your upload 3 hours. Also your your video that you did about my husband. Sabasa up. You see, like I can see what the video that you uploaded. I recorded my husband cheating and said it to the family WhatsApp group. Sasaba hapo floating dirty Karen Soka 14 hours ago. Me, I can't see Karen. I can't see her real name. I can't see her real name. All I used a story you told me. Yeah. I knew that was the story behind the entire thing. Now, has she commented on any on your videos? Because I think I would really, it would be easier to to get her via your platform. Midlife power. They say she is a wise lady. Who is a wise lady, Karen? Midlife power. Midlife power. Enter. Oh, this lady. Just tell me if she is the one. Then it will be easier to. Is my phone? I don't know if it. I had even subscribed. Let me just show you. I had even connected with her a long time ago, and let me just put on. I think she's this one.
Huh?
Okay. Yes, kijana. Niambie.
Niko poa. Sijui nyie.
Nasema aje?
Huh?
Nasema aje?
Niko poa kabisa.
Burudi tunaenda lini?
Huh?
Tunaenda lini Burudi?
Hata sijajua, pesa haijapatikana.
Ya pesa uko nayo.
Hakuna pesa.
Pesa wewe kazi iko fanya kila siku.
Nikifanya tu mtu aangalie kama naweza pata nauli.
Nauli. Sasa hiyo moja ulikuwa unaniuzia aje?
Nilikuwa nakuuzia moja 20.
Kwa hivyo ni bebe moja leo.
Sijui tu. Inatokana na pesa yenye uko nayo. Kama unaweza ukachukua 50 au ya 20 haina shida.
Leo 20 ndio iko. Umesema sasa ujui tunarudi lini Burudi? Burudi wapi?
Kayanza. Jukura.
Oh, kwenyu ni Kayanza? Mahali watu wanabeba madizi na baiskeli?
Hapo tu.
Wakiteremka hivyo Kayanza? Sinaona huko najua.
Najua nasikianga.
Huko nasikiaga sana. Okay, sawa.
Asante.
Okay. Justo. Maandamano ilikuwa ya kupola bana. Watu walipola bwana. Watu walipola. Justo magoons wali infiltrate maandamano bana. Hai Justo. Manze Justo magoons wali infiltrate hiyo kitu. Yeah, which was so bad. I didn't like that thing. And I had colored my whistle. You see, me, I was just armed with a whistle. That's the only thing that I had in the entire process. I had my phone, I had my whistle, and I had my mask. Those were the three things that I really had. But now, once they started looting, me, I just went back home. I knew now things gonna be worse. Yeah, some were looting and burning. Now, that was not good at all. Yeah, I'm very serious, Colin. I'm very serious. I just had the whistle. You see this one? And I bought it 30 bob. Yeah, so I just had the whistle, I had my mask, and then I had my phone. Because I was very really determined. I didn't have the Colgate. I could withstand the tear gas thing. Yeah, for the Colgate, I didn't even care about it. For the Colgate, I didn't even care about it. Though I could make a lot of noise using my whistle. No, I was very serious. Because me, I really love when people live in peace and harmony. But I also don't love when people are being killed, being exploited. I feel bad. I don't feel safe also. So I really love when people are okay. Everyone is okay. No people have to complain, but there are some things that we need to change at the end of the day. So I was very, 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 very serious. Yeah, even at home, they didn't even know whether I was going or not. They were just shocked that I went for it. I just came, I opened my shop, and then I told my neighbor I have gone for a maandamano kidogo, to advocate for 1, 2, 3 things, and then I'll be back. And that was it. So I went at around 10, and then by 3 is when now the goons started getting to town. And once I saw their motive was all about looting, then me, I just went back home. And it was all about traveling. There were no vehicles that were locomoting. It was all about traveling. So yesterday I traveled a lot. I traveled a lot. I walked a lot. I walked a lot. So many kilometers. Yes. Because from where I stay to town, we pay 80 shillings. 80 bob. See, that one is like a distance. And you are just going by foot and you are coming back home still on foot. I was very, very, but now I became, yeah, that one, unakata weight kabisa, that one unakata weight kabisa. So midlife power, Karen, I had connected with her. I had connected with her. I had connected with her, and she is talking about very instrumental thing. Because once we start hitting 40s, now that's when we are going to realize about the midlife crisis. Yeah, even going back home, I could meet a lot of goons. I could meet a lot of, those goons. Most of them, you could see they were not straight. Most of them were not straight about what they were really doing. So that's good. So hauko umeleft akisema mconnect. I always ensure that I support each and everyone. Coordinate Guriot. Hello. So, and because the police calling map. So I have to translate this. Let me just look at it. A kiss from Paris, Corinne. So this is English. So Colin, I just had my, Yeah, I just had my whistle. That was my shield. Yeah, I agree, Colin. People should not steal. People should not steal. People stealing, I don't think that is a good thing because they are trying to, they are trying to push others backward. Yeah, when people, adapt to the issue of stealing, to the issue of killing, now, the society is just collapsing. That's the start of a collapsing, a collapsing society, because stealing is an evil, killing is an evil. So sad, so sad. Naweka wengi hasara. Yeah. And for you, like, to go back to the initial, position that you are here, that you are in this kind of an economy that you are having, then it's becoming a little bit tricky. It's becoming a little bit tricky. So I don't think that is right. I don't think that is a lot. I think that is one of the worst things that anyone would wish to do to someone else's business. Yeah. So those people maybe who steal, those people who kill, Me, I don't feel that they do the best thing. Mm. Do you think these days people cheat a lot in a relationship? It all depends. It all depends. For my case, I'd say that it's not about nowadays, okay? Because even in the past, people are there and people still used to do those things behind their spouses. That was it. But the difference between nowadays and maybe in the past, uh, okay, initially cheating was in marriage specifically. Okay. Mm, okay, I have two views about that. One, when you talk about cheating in a marriage, there are some people, there are some communities that owning like two wives, three wives, okay, two wives, three wives, it was a common thing. But nowadays, the difference between then and now is that wives are having multiple partners. That's one thing that I can say that have really, you know, that's now where I have seen, maybe I can say nowadays, cheating is being propelled at a higher gear. Because initially, maybe from the traditions that we came from, maybe a man having two, three, or so wives, it was something that was accepted by the community. Even today, like the Muslim community, you can have like up to five wives, and they are okay with that. Okay, you can have like up to five wives. But now, when you come now to a lady, or yeah, now that's the point that I want to drive. Most of the ladies, maybe they are having like multiple partners, in terms of trying to gather wealth, to have some financial muscles and the stuff like that. But initially, they all used to depend solely, maybe from one man. So I would say, uh, unlike the past on how everything used to happen, nowadays things have changed a lot in such a way that wives are having multiple partners, unlike in the past whereby a man would have multiple partners. And from our tradition, a man having multiple partners, it was like just a standard thing. It was just like a common thing. But nowadays, you see that most of men, they are just there. But their wife, they are having multiple partners, an issue that is a little worrying trend. A little worrying trend. And I think nowadays, the entire thing has been heightened by maybe the access of the mobile phone. You see something of such. Because when you sanitize most of these phones, I think they are having a lot of issues, a lot of trust issues. You know. Yes. Okay, hata mwenye ana date kijana yake bado ako na mwanaume mwingine. Now that's the thing. Now that's the thing. But initially, when communities never used to value maybe things like money and the stuff, when community used to survive maybe with goats, animals, and the stuff, a man having multiple women and marrying them, it was something that was really accepted in the community. But nowadays, things have changed, and even marrying a second wife is becoming an issue. But for ladies, when they see that a man probably does not have adequate resources or adequate money, then they opt now go in finding some other multiple partners as a way of them, trying to find money from different sources. So I would say I have seen a lot of changes, especially from women. As a mother, how can you sleep with your as a mother, how can you sleep with your own? Is it son or mom? Oh, you mean there are some mothers who are dating their own sons? Is that so? Oh, that one is new to me. A little son that mother has birthed, or that mother gave birth to. Is that so? Is should that be the statement? For instance, me having an affair with my mother, my mother, the one who gave birth to me. Is that so? Then if that's the situation, then yeah, someone was gotten doing that with their own biological son. Oh my God. Now that one tells us that, the world is just coming to an end. Yeah. That means that the world is just coming to an end. Because there is no way, you should have an affair with your mother, with your sister, with your cousin, not even, even marrying from your own community or from your own village. Let me just say from your own village. It's just a shame. Or having an affair with someone that, oh, that's so sad. That's so sad. Now, if we have gotten to that point, now it means that probably we have lost our sense. We have lost our sense, we have lost our dignity, and at the end of the day, we have lost our morality. Because morality is doing the right thing. And one thing that we should always value is all about it's all about our morals. The way we see our mothers. Village unaweza date. Even village, it is not a good thing. It's not a good thing. Okay, there are some people who just date their neighbor and they make them their wife. But, anytime you're having a conflict with your wife, she just go back, some few steps back home. And that is it. And then you are going to have a very bad reputation about, the type of a character that you are. So the easiest thing is, if you have the capacity, just go and marry far away from your home. Even God told Abraham, just move from where you are, and I'm going to give you a new land in a very different place. And that's how he went to, was it Tehal? Yeah, something like Tehal. And then the lad was very productive, unlike from where he had really known as home. So it's always good to, to see beyond what you, yeah. So I ignore the finest men in my village. Okay, not entirely that you can ignore them, but you see now the problem is, if you marry that finest man and then he keeps you back in the same village that you are coming from, now that's the issue. But if you get the finest man and this man is is willing to move beyond maybe that village, then things will become more easier. Yeah, things becomes more easier. But most of us, we just want to marry and we just want to stay in the village and we are comfortable. We make babies back in the village. We do our everything back in the village. And when things go south, yeah, and when things go south, then you're having like a beef between your family and their family members. You can see the whole circus. Yeah, the whole circus is a little bit tricky to handle. Like tukikosana hatutawahi ongeleshana tena. You see, and then you're in the same village. So sometimes it's always good to move beyond, to beyond your village. For the city is okay. Yeah, for the city that is near you, you can move in that city. But for the village, uh, for me, I would never love to, to marry someone from I just prefer them to be just neighbors. Yeah. You just have them as your neighbors. So anytime that you have something, like me, I always feel what can I say? I always feel that I miss a lot of people that we used to school with, the people that we are coming from the same village, and something happens back in the village and I have to go. Then when I see them, I just feel a lot of love. I just feel that we need to reconnect. You see all these things. But now supposing that I married from the same village and I'm not moving beyond that village, don't think things will be. Yeah. So when you're having an issue, when you're having an event in the village, or when maybe you are having some shelehes here and there, they are going to respect Kalin, not just like an ordinary villager, but someone who is far away from the village. Mm. Hello, nasemaje? Nataka kunipea ya 10. Sawa. So that's how it should happen. How is Kitega?
I don't know.
Umeniwekea dimu hapa? Yeah?
Not yet.
Oh, not yet.
Yes.
Add another one.
Uh,
Iko sawa.
no.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
See you.
See you tomorrow. So having someone beyond your village is a good thing. And one thing that I have realized, na vile sherehe zinakuaga mingi. Yeah, we have a lot of sherehes in the village, like someone died and maybe she is a mother of someone who really, who was your best friend. So you'll have to go back in the community and maybe comfort that friend. Apart from that, you hear that maybe a girl that you used maybe to school with, she is going to get married, and maybe the event is happening just within your local church, so you'll have to go back. A lot of issues. Then unasikia kuna rurasho ya nani and things. No, mazishi is part of shelehe. There are some people whom we just celebrate like like we have some people who are very old, and at the end of the day, we are told that they have died, and so we go back and we just say, we just give them a farewell. So, and in the process of going back, you just meet like almost everyone whom you have missed like a year or so. eh? Yeah, and then we are having a lot of marriages from the village. We are having a lot of marriages. So once we have a lot of marriages back in the village, you just have to go. Like we are also having like kuna kuaga na villager reunion. Not really. I haven't heard of such, but for me, we have a WhatsApp group. The primary school that I used to school. We even have an FB page, for that group, for that school, so that old boys we can meet. Oh, yenyu that one must be so nice. Okay, what for us we have, but I never attended. I no longer attend. Is about the welfare din, the village welfare din. This is where maybe all the guys living within Nairobi, we have a group, and then we are told that so and so died, and so all those guys within Nairobi, we just meet somewhere, within the CBD, and then now from there we are given the briefing, yeah. Then your village must be, ahead of time. Your village must be ahead of time, that you guys you do some reunion after how long? Karen, after how long do you do such a reunion? Is it after a year? Is it after 1 year? Every deck can make it, because one thing, so many guys are going back in the up country to look at how things are, yeah. And one thing that I have realized from my village about deck, you see those guys that really kwa mad huko mashinani, those guys that never went beyond the village, it is their good time, to harvest. Yeah, to harvest from those guys that are living in the city. And so anytime you go back, like they wait you on the stage. And then they start giving you a lot of information about what really has happened in the village, in the name of trying, to buy, in the name of trying to extort some money from you. But for your village, I think your village is really ahead of time if you do a reunion each and every year. But now, one thing that I have come to learn with most of the villagers, I don't know if it's just from my village. Let me just talk from my village, but not maybe from your village. Maybe that thing has not really reached maybe back in your village. Is an issue of envy. Okay, a lot of envy. And I think that's the reason why maybe in our village some things can never really work, because one, maybe you don't want to see someone's son ahead of your son. You see, maybe your son is a drunkard, he never went somewhere, he's just in the village, and then someone's else son is driving and the stuff. So there are some people in our village, people are having some envy here and there, so it's becoming even hard even to attend some of these things. So even in most of the barrios, one just stopped like just to set their donation, and then they call it a day. So for your village, even you do a lot of food. So you have a common area where you guys you go and you do your sherehe, or what happens. Penye huwa hawachangi wanasema ati inakuwa ni ya matajiri. Oh, so you guys, you are, yeah, in any village you cannot lack those guys, the exclusives. They must be there. They must be there. But for our village, I don't think that thing can work because of the envy. People are having a lot of envy about the success of others. So we choose a house that has a nice compound. Then within that compound, you prepare all sort of food, and then probably maybe you have a goat to eat, and then something of stuff. Then you guys, you must be very, very much ahead, and your village must have so many good people. That one must be very, very nice strategy, to rekindle that kind of love that you guys used to have, especially when you guys were growing up. This happens in Jolo or in Bomet. Karen, this happens in Jolo or the other place. Was it in Bomet? Is it in Bomet or in Jolo? This happens where? Because I know in Joro, maybe you guys, you are being surrounded with a lot of Kikuyus there. Oh, in Joro. Wow, that place then must be very nice. Wow. Most of the Kikuyus, most of us Kikuyus, we tend to live like an individualistic kind of lifestyle. I'm telling you, even nowadays. Yeah, oh, in Olegurun. Wow, then you guys, you must be very, very ahead of time. And you must have kept your culture to be, to be very, very solid and intact. For our cases, families became like an individualistic kind of lifestyle. Oh, those guys are one. Lisa, hello, how are you doing today? Lisa, hello, how are you doing today? So if those families are like one, then it is easier. Thank you, Risa, for joining. Thank you, and I'm glad that you are doing fine. How is your midterm? Well, are you in midterm, or you haven't gone for your midterm, Lisa? Yeah, I know town there must be so many, but in the village, I know in the village they must be scanty. In the village they must be scanty. But I want to tell you, in most of the villages where we have dominated, people have really adapted to, individualistic kind of lifestyle. Oh, I am at home. Thank you, Risa. So you went for your midterm. You went for your midterm? Oh, you crossed school. Oh, Risa, so amazing. Me, I thought you guys you are on midterm. Colin. Oh, so we have some rules in the town. Wow, that's so amazing. That's the reason why we want to live as a community, because everyone is everywhere. That's the fact. Everyone is everywhere. So we really need to embrace each other and live like a community. Wow, Risa, I'm so amazed that you guys crossed school. But most of the other schools, I think they are on midterm. Yeah, I think they are. I think this is their midterm moment. Wow, that's so good. But I love that kind of that kind of an arrangement, that you can go back to the community, you can reignite then, the old memories about how you used to school. That's so amazing. That's so amazing. You guys, you can form a kind of a community, kind of a movement. Yeah. You guys, you can form kind of a community movement. For our case, I think it's a little bit more complex because people don't love each other so much, especially those guys that maybe they are perceived to be success. Imagine you never school together. Oh, yeah, I can get that, because maybe there are some that were ahead of you and others were even back far, 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 far. So I can agree on that. But you see, now the concept is that you guys, from the communal perspective, you can be able to come up with something concrete, and you can be able to address some of the key community issues such as insecurity, such. But for our case, I think for our case a different one, because people really want to live, an individualized kind of a lifestyle. So you just go home, you are there with your family, then from there you just go back to where you live, or where you stay, or where you work. That's what, for our case, that yeah. But you see, that one is a good thing. For our case, like when I go home, even my neighbor might not know if I'm at home. That's now the difference. Yeah. And some of them, they'll just hear, oh, or they just go saying, I saw so and so, he had come, but I don't know anything more than that. But you see, that act of coming together, that act of having like something together, having some talks, I think it's just a good thing. Yeah. But for our case, I think that one is something that something that is long gone. Yeah, that one is something that is long gone. It's all about you and your family. Maybe you are going to see some villagers, especially when maybe someone is sick, or when maybe you are having a burial, or when maybe there is a wedding. Those kind of community events. Yeah. But beyond the community event, you can't even get these people. You can't. So for your community, I would say it's kind of an advanced community. Ours is a different one. Ours is a different community. It's all about you and your people. I saw that thing with some ladies just here within the city. This is where it's kind of a charmer, and they put some good amount of investment. So like this time they go maybe this home, the other time they go to another home, that way. I think it's a concept that is being adapted by most of women. Yeah, that arrangement to go and see some parents here and there, I think it's a working concept. Women have really embraced that kind of an arrangement. And one thing that really shocked me, like the ones that were going, like one of them, she's a single mother, and they really went back home with a good kind of an investment just to say hi to the dad. Yeah, they really went back. She really went back home. She really went back home with a lot of investment just to say hi to the dad. Over like a half M, and she's single mother. Yeah, and she's like single mother, and they do that kind of an arrangement. Just going back home, saying hi to the parents, and in the process they, yeah. And others, they are saying that this kind of an arrangement is an arrangement to ask for blessings, which is such a good thing. So women in terms of creativity and innovation, I think they are just there. Women are just there. They are good, especially when it comes to the issue that they buy all these kind of stuff. Maybe they are parents. Others, they are even building. They are just building. They are planning some houses. Especially the girl child building their father house. But one thing that I have realized, things have changed so much. Initially it was all perceived that it was like only the boy child who could be able to do all these things. But nowadays, the girl child is so empowered to an extent that she can do everything just like the same, like the boy child. Last year ulienda moja, how was it? Was it parental blessing or what was it? Was it parental blessing? And was it women kind of a theme? Parental blessing. Ilikuwa parental blessing Kalen or what was it? Yeah, it was so nice. Yeah, women in terms of women are really trying. So on that sector, I always say that they have really tried. They have really tried. Yeah, it was a parent for the doctors. Huh? It was parental for the doctors. Wow, that's so good. Yeah, it's always good to treat them, especially when they are alive, you know. And that's a very good strategy that the girl child has taken, you know, just to be going back home to check on parents and the stuff like that, and the stuff like that. For men, what you're having is like goat eating day. For us men, we are having more of goat eating day. This is where we meet in a certain area. Then from there, you know, men really loves meat. So they meet maybe once in a month. They meet somewhere. Then they are having for those that have some drinks, they do take, and then in the process they just like have some goat, and maybe if it's more of a community thing, then they may learn about 1, 2, 3 things about the community, and then from there they call it a day. That's now the agenda for most of the men. For most men, the agenda is a different agenda. It's not like for women. You know, like the one that I saw for women. You know, they rotate with an issue. Like this time they say we are going to buy a tank for each and every parent, so they do that, and they are all ladies. Yeah, ladies from different doctors are ready to go and visit. Then the parent of one doctor, and the doctor was a man. Oh, so that man must be very wise man, because for us most of men, we are having an outing mostly on weekends, or maybe after a month. You know, we just go out there, we meet with other men, and we do our things. Trevor Mureithi, hi, mambo Trevor. Asante sana Trevor for joining. Uko aje? Uko aje bro? Mambo Mr. Mureithi. We are here with my red Kalen Jepkilui. Kabisa. Location ni gani Mr. Mureithi? And thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate. Yeah, mlikaribishwa vizuri sana. So for ladies, I think that's a very good strategy. Lakini for us men, I think we have not really picked the rhythm. Yeah, for us we haven't really picked the rhythm. For us, we are far, you know, behind on the issues of you know, parental blessings and the stuff. We need to pull up our socks on that issue. But you see, Kalen, okay, parental blessings, especially when women comes together, it seems to be a different concept. But you see, you know, these are the same things that the boy child has been doing for so long. Just kisi kulikuwa na wizi, sio maandamano. Now that's the issue. Just a lot of guys really infiltrated yesterday maandamano. Me, I went to the CBD and nilipatana na goons, but good thing I was mi sikuibiwa anything, so I was a little bit lucky. So on that, but I saw those guys, I saw them even when I was going back home. Kuna jamaa tulienda na yeye, and he told me that he has been vandalized his phone. His phone has gone, you know, and he met 3 guys. One had a knife, In fact, he told me he met 2 different groups. The first group walimuitisha simu, and then the guy akatoa, wakaona ni simu ya button, and then wakamrudishia. The first group was a little bit lenient. Now he went a place tunaitaga BS, just within the CBD bus station. After kwenda hapo bus station, guys akammeet with some other group, lakini those guys had a knife. So my guy akaitishwa his phone, and that was the end of him. So then mimi nikipita tu hapo kulikuwaje na hapo kulikuwaje. So mi nikipita tu hapo BS, now the guy nikapatana with some ladies, wakaniambia na mchuge msiende hivyo, there are some guys who are stealing people. Sasa mimi nikasema mimi itabidi tu kabidi sasa nimeanza kurudi place yenye narudi sasa, huko ndio makarau walikuwa, and then those guys were really harassing people. They were telling you, are you here for a demonstration? Yes. Then if you are here for a demonstration, go where you are supposed to go. So for my case, I told them I had come for the demonstration, and I think I'm enough with the demonstration. Let me just go back. And me, I just went back. I just went back. But people are being smuggled. People are being smuggled. Niliona ulienda maandamano, jenzi mkubwa. Of course, mi nilikuwa huko kidogo kusupport, to support some of these things not to happen again. Karen, even though you go to gym, or when you meet with this kind of goons that they are asking for, maybe for your phone or for something, you just have to give them. Luckily me, I had my phone, but I was not asked, so mi niliagukia hivyo, and then nikasema next time if I'll have to go to support my younger Gen Z's brothers, then I'll go without a phone. Yeah, but yesterday I saw the kind of goons that were getting into the CBD. Nikajua sasa hapo maneno haitakuwa mzuri. Nikajua sasa hapo kuna wizi, which is something that I did not like, because at the end of the day, it's not all about, it's always good to keep peace. And we wanted to go there to tell now the police, to tell now the president and the entire cabinet, to slow down on killing people. That was the main agenda. But at the end of the day, the agenda now turned to be something else. So it was very chaotic, something yenye haikutokea vizuri. So if that what happened in Kisii, then they have really tarnished the entire name of maandamano, because maandamano should be peaceful. It should be peaceful protest. You just have to carry your flag, probably you carry your whistle, and even you should be able to carry your phone. Yeah, watu waliumia sana, kwanza mwenye alishika tear gas ikamlipukia na akafa. Yeah. No, Karen, you should go to the gym. Going to the gym is all about, trying to keep fit. Yeah, it's all about to keep fit. But for those guys maybe who want to just show their prowess in terms of maybe, catching the tear gas, trying maybe to blackmail the police, then it becomes very unreasonable, and the police at the end of the day might shoot you. They are also human and they have feelings, but it's all about keeping it calm. When you are keeping it, napenda just for a flat tummy. Yeah, if Karen, you don't have a flat tummy, then I would invite you to come and we do some practice in the gym. Yeah, going to the gym is such a good thing. It keeps you fit, and beyond keeping you fit, all the energy that you have when you start, what can I say, when you start, picking all those tumors that are there in the gym and doing some aerobics, then your body becomes more flexible. That's the essence of the gym. And then one thing that I have realized with going to the gym, apart from being flexible, you are fit. You just fit. You just become fit. So going to the gym is such a good thing. Yeah, and for those guys that, some Gen Zs are very funny because one, they want to, they want like to beat the police. Now that one is where I see the childish thing. You cannot beat up the police. How? How? You should not do that. You know, because the police, they have gone for training. Mimi ni frat tummy tu nataka. Yeah. Come, we go to the gym, and then I can promise you after a month, everything will be flat. Your tummy will be flat. Alternatively, you don't, for flat tummy, if it's just flat tummy that you want, you don't have like, you can also do some fasting. Can you fast? Because fasting also do help. Yeah, if you are able to fast, fasting also do help. If you are able to fast, it also do help, and it also give even your digestion system, to ensure that it has that kind of a cleanup mechanism. No, now this is where now the diet management comes in. You cannot be okay if maybe you be going to the gym frequently, then you can be eating everything, and then you are okay, because that energy ni fast na niko na 50 kg. No, if you fast and then maybe you do some, these basic kind of exercises, like you can do some push-ups when you are alone in the house. You do some push-ups, okay, some sit-ups also. Yeah, those are some of the key things that can really kill your bottom belly, stomach. But if you just want to go flat, but in the context where you just want to eat, no, you cannot die. In fact, fasting is one of the way that we allow our digestion system to just have that cleaning mechanism. Sometimes when I go in the house, I don't eat, until now the following morning when I just take my breakfast, because I know at times when you eat a lot, even the food that maybe you are going to remove as waste is not like really processed. So sometimes when you fast, it gives your stomach, that time, just to ensure that the system is well cleaned up. All the minerals have been derived from the food that you ate, and then you are there. Yeah, but for fasting, it's such a good strategy. If you really want to fight some diseases, it's a good strategy. And you can fast and you can do some press ups here and there, and then from there you'll be good. Yeah, but for men, for men, most of us, we do a lot of hard work. So for men, I think it's okay. But for ladies, when you start getting now, when you start now getting the potty, yeah, we call it the potty, and then you have no mechanism of ensuring that you are trying to keep it at a minimum, then it's going to go that way until now you just realize, oh, now I am like plus sized. So you really have to work with it. But the simplest strategy, just fast now and then, and you are going to see the results. Yeah, just fast now and then, and you are going to see the results. You are going to see the results. If women even go to gym to get nyash? No, not really, not really. Because I see them also in the gym. Not really, but most of them is just to kill like the pot, and to keep up with the shape, and when you want to keep up with the shape as a woman, yeah, even squatting, when even you do squats, it even releases all the type of gases, and the type of gases in your body or in your stomach. And gas is one of the key diseases that is having with a lot of people. Yeah, but most of them, they just want to kill the potty, and the other parts of the body just to be like to be standard. Yeah, so a gym is a good thing, though it really depends where you are going. Most of them do that. Yeah, that's how things are, guys. Yeah, most of the influencers, they just want to keep that body that they are, what can I say, that they are comfortable with. Because most of them, they want their tummy to be flat, and maybe their behind to be like of that standard. So they really have to work hard on that, and the only way to work hard on that is just to go to the gym, just to go to the gym, just to go to the gym. Wow, it's already 10, and I think this is where I should end this live. As always, I really want to say thank you. Thank you, Kalen, for joining and for always making my day, and everyone else that joined. Tomorrow is another great day. Thank you, guys, and I really want to wish you the best. Yeah. Gym ikishindwa heri aende. Yeah. They are spending a lot of money in terms of plastic surgery, millions of shillings. And others, maybe they just went for plastic surgery, to add on their, on their grads, on their behind everywhere. This is a crazy world, but it's all about life. So anyway, I really want to say thank you. Thank you so much, Karen. I know through God's will, we shall meet tomorrow, and we shall continue with each and every conversation. As always, thank you so much for always joining, and may you have a wonderful, wonderful night. So let's meet tomorrow. Let's keep doing it. Until tomorrow, have a good night. Thank you so much.